Alright, so we are back with another haircut. This is going to be a longer layered haircut relative to the length. So when I say long layers obviously depends on the length of the hair. So the layers are going to be long relative to the length of the hair. If the hair is longer, the layers are going to be longer. If the hair is shorter, the layers are going to be shorter. It's all going to be relative to the length of the hair. So the very first thing that I'm going to do, as you can see in this haircut, is establish an outline. So right now what I'm doing is cutting in the length. And I've got a center section down the middle of the back with two A-line sections, one on the right side, one on the left side, which I've sectioned off. Now I'm combing those sections down and establishing the outline. You can see that very first section I cut was the guide for the rest of the length, for the rest of the haircut. And every section I comb down from there on out will go to that first section. Once we've completed cutting the outline, we will then start cutting the layers. Alright, so now that we've completed cutting in the outline, you can see I've got this front section where I am now cutting in the front layers, also known as the frame the face layers. Now, frame the face layers are layers that basically come and frame your face, and they can start at different lengths. They can start as high as the cheekbone. Usually if they go above the cheekbone, then really it's just going to be more of a longer bang. So usually it's going to be around the cheekbone, the lip, the jawline, or anywhere in between. So as you can see right here, I'm doing the frame to face layers to lighten up the front so there's more volume at the front so it's not hanging flat on the model's face. Alright, so now that we've completed the frame of the face layers on the right side, we are going to do the exact same thing on the left side. You can see I've got the section in my hand, and I'm just taking my scissors and kind of like a pencil, sketching in an upward motion to establish that front frame layered outline. Once we've established that, then we will go ahead and execute the layers through the interior of the haircut. Alright, so now it is time to execute the interior layers throughout the rest of the haircut. So you can see I've got a center section in the middle back, and I'm combing that in a diagonal section, pulling the hair up. And by doing that, I'm removing a little bit more weight versus pulling the hair straight back. By removing a little bit more weight, it's going to make the interior a little bit lighter. By making the interior a little bit lighter, it's going to make the interior have more volume. So, as you can see, I'm working the left side of the head first, establishing those layers. After that, I'll do the right side. Alright, so now I'm establishing the layers on the right side of the head. We've already completed the left side. So again, just combing the hair in an upward motion just to remove that top corner. We want to keep the outline heavier. So by over directing up, that's having a lot of the weight fall out of my fingers to keep the weight on the outline to make the outline look thicker, but then still removing the corner and the interior to make it lighter and more full. All right, we are now cutting the bangs, as you can see, depending on where you are in the world, often known as the fringe. So I lived in London for a year, and out in England, they would call this the fringe. Here in America, we call it the bangs. So, all right, now I'm cutting the fringe or the bangs, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to go through right here and layer the bangs. You can see I've got a section where I'm combing it up, and I'm just knocking that corner off at the top, which layers the bang to make it a little bit more lighter, a little bit more fuller, a little bit more wispier versus blunt. It's still going to be blunt, but it's just going to have a more lighter look to it. Alright, so we've come to the end of this haircut. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to put them down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And as always, I want to thank you guys so very much again for watching.